The Niue High Court sitting this week has started with the criminal courts. Troubles in Hikutawake at the end of last year has also taken precedence over the proceedings with the prosecution's case against Mr. Ian Hipper. Over 10 witnesses is expected to be called by both defense and prosecutor as the first day of trials ended yesterday with only 3 witnesses making it onto the stand. The start of the trial yesterday also saw the judge, counsel, police and court staff visit the village of Hikutawake. Unfortunately, BCN News cannot bring you an extensive coverage of this trial because of the restrictions ordered by the Niue High Court. Call for village council nominations has been announced for the 25th of July with an amendment that all villages around the island must establish the 5-member council rather than the previous 3 members for small constituency and 5 for larger villages. The election date for the village council is also confirmed for the 25th of August. The 3-year term for most of the councillors will end this year, with some confidence of another 3 years. We'll bring you more on this story next week. Yesterday's Niue Legislative Assembly meeting went ahead despite a number of members currently overseas, including the Premier. Early in the meeting, Alofi North MP Vainga Tukuitonga proposed that the meeting be deferred as key members were not present to contribute to the discussions and address some of the questions. However, it was decided to proceed as the quorum was met with 11 members present. The first order of discussion was the tabling of bills with the introduction of the Income Tax Amendment Bill for the first reading. The Minister of Finance, Honourable Tokitalangi, was not present to deliver the introduction, but there were several questions about new status on the FATF blacklist. The bill was passed by the House with only 2 members opposing. A continuation of discussions also had a number of bills for consideration, with the continuation of the second reading of the Taonga Niue Bill. That had previously been referred to the Bills Committee. Extensive discussions highlighted the importance of Taonga Niue in the preservation of cultural heritage. Going through the bill's finer details, the Assembly endorsed report from the Bills Committee. A continuation of the second reading of the Niue Language Commission Bill that was tabled on the 15th of December last year was endorsed and passed by Assembly, endorsed the BC report, and the bill was passed. The meeting continued with the tabling of annual reports of the Niue Philatelic and Numismatic Company Annual Report 2011 to be returned for discussions in August, and the Niue Philatelic and Numismatic Company Limited financial statements for the 3 months ending 30 June 2009 was also deferred to the next meeting in August. 4 motions from Common Role member Tiriko were withdrawn as he was not present. A 5th motion by MP Tama-Talesi for members of the House as leaders of Niue to actively engage, advocate and commit to formulating policies necessary to create laws that will ensure that Niue maintain its reputation as a HIV/AIDS free nation was withdrawn until further notice. The meeting concluded yesterday afternoon with only 11 members present, 7 overseas, 1 sick, and another in court proceedings. Mrs. Georgina Tukiuha has been appointed the new chairperson of the Niue Public Service Commission. The appointment was made by Cabinet on the 10th of July and is effective as of this week. Mrs. Tukiuha was appointed as a commissioner in November of last year and now replaces former chairman, Mr. Ponikapanga, who was acknowledged for his role over the past 3 years, particularly with the public service transformation. We wish the new chairperson well during her term at the helm of government's main employment body. Alofi South pre-show day event started with a blast with a great turnout to the fishing competition and the culmination of the official opening of the Kalani Sea Track last Saturday. In the early hours of the morning, fisher folk were out on the water and the reef to catch the big one as they led up to the annual village show day. By midday, people started to bring in their catch for weighing in as the events continued onto a barbecue, the opening of the village sea track of Kalaone. Work to upgrade and develop the Kalaone track has been a long time in the making, and the nearby residents are thrilled to see work on the site has progressed well. A short blessing of the track was held, and the honor of opening the track was given to a village elder, Alapasa Nemaya, who reminisced about the many years that were spent at Kalaone, where they would frequent the area to gain sustenance for many families who lived nearby. Celebrations continued on into the evening, but this week a variety of activities were organized to occupy Alofi South children now on school break. A clean-up campaign yesterday morning saw some residents got out and about picking up litter in town. A sports fitness program will be held tomorrow with a walkathon from Niue Primary School in the early hours of the morning. The Alofi Show annual show day will be held this coming Saturday. And to India News Bulletin for this evening, the women's kilikiki season finally came to a conclusion last Saturday with the finals between Alofi and Avaseli for first and second placings, and Lakapa taking on Tamagotonga for third and fourth. The season has dragged on a bit due to unforeseen circumstances and some controversy along the way, but despite the finals went smoothly with the weather holding up and some tough competition. The match-off between the runner-up in both pools met in Waiā, with Lakapa first up to bat with a full squad of 25 players scoring a combined score of 174 runs. Tamagotonga, with its team of 23, had their work cut out for them and playing catch-up, but only managed to muster up 118 runs, falling short of a win and having to settle for fourth placing. Liku was the location for the battle for top spot, a tough match-up of Pool A winners Avaseli and Pool B victors Alofi. Avaseli blitzed their pool competition throughout the season, but it was not to be, as Alofi had first opportunity to bat, scoring 217 runs, while Avaseli scored 162 runs. So the women's kilikiki champions for 2012 are Team Alofi, runner-up Avaseli, Lakapa in third, and Tamagotonga in fourth placing. That's our news bulletin for tonight. Good evening.